This is Optimal Finance Daily, episode 33. What is Passive Income by Steve Pavlina of stevepavlina.com.
Get ready to maximize your potential with Optimal Finance Daily, the podcast that brings you the best content in personal finance 5 days a week. Your optimal life awaits. Now here's your host, Dan Warren.
Hello and welcome to Optimal Finance Daily. This is the daily podcast, as the title implies, where I read to you from some of the best personal finance blogs on the internet. And today I have a post from Steve Pavlina. He runs the website stevepavlina.com. Fascinating backstory. You should check him out at stevepavlina.com. Read his bio there. And if you have any topic requests for us, come visit oldpodcast.com and share them. And really quick, you can help out this show a lot more than you think by simply subscribing to it if you have not done so already. Being a subscriber means that you'll get new shows as we release them automatically. That means you don't have to go hunting for them. They'll just automatically be downloaded on a daily basis. It also helps a lot in terms of podcast rankings. So if you haven't subscribed already, please just click the subscribe button in the podcast app of your choice. And that's it for today's housekeeping. Let's hear from Steve and start optimizing your life. What is Passive Income by Steve Pavlina of stevepavlina.com. I want to kick off this passive income series by clarifying what I mean by passive income. I prefer to define passive income fairly broadly as revenue you earn even when you aren't actively working. Another name for passive income is residual income. By contrast, active income is money that stops coming to you when you stop working. If you get paid a salary and you quit your job or get laid off, most likely you'll stop getting paid. You may get a severance package to help you transition, but your boss won't keep paying your salary unless you keep showing up for work. Similarly, if you do contract work for clients who pay you, and if you'll stop getting paid if you stop doing this work, that's also active income. You may have more flexibility with contract work, but you still have to do the work to receive your payments. With passive income, you would keep getting paid whether or not you do any meaningful work. You may do a lot of work up front to get the ball rolling, but eventually you reach a point where the passive income stream gets activated. At this point, you can essentially stop working on this income stream if you so desire, and more money will keep flowing to you through this stream regardless of what you do or don't do. Passive income doesn't mean one-time lump sum payments, such as an inheritance or the sale of an asset like your home or some stock you own. Passive income is a source of income with some sense of continuation over time. Passive income doesn't mean permanent income. Some forms of passive income may last a few years. Other forms may keep going for decades or even for centuries across multiple generations. But all forms of income eventually dry up for one reason or another. Passive income doesn't mean 100% secure income. As Helen Keller wrote, security is mostly a superstition. Some forms of income are more secure than others, but there's always a risk element. For any income source, there's a non-zero probability that something could destroy it. This is one reason it's often wise to create multiple streams of income so you can reduce the risk that all of them will fail simultaneously. Passive income doesn't mean perfectly 100% passive with no maintenance required. With any income source, you may need to do a little maintenance to keep it going. Sometimes this is really easy and only involves checking your mail and depositing checks. Sometimes it's even more passive when the money is deposited directly into your bank account every month. But then you may still need to report this income and pay taxes on it. Passive income is really a spectrum of possibilities. Some income streams are very passive. If you do essentially no maintenance on them for years, the income will keep coming. My book royalties are one example of this. Regardless of what I do or don't do, most likely Hay House will keep selling my book and people will keep buying it. Even if I shut down my website and go incognito for some reason, my book can keep selling online and in bookstores. All I need to do is deposit the royalty checks. I don't have to process orders, interact with customers, or do any ongoing marketing. Other income streams are semi-passive. You may need to do some work to maintain them even if you're not working for a salary. For example, if you own a house and rent it out, you may earn passive income as rent payments from your tenants. But you may also need to invest some time, energy, and money to maintain the property, to find new tenants when the place goes vacant, and to handle the mortgage, insurance payments, and property taxes. If your tenants get ornery, or become delinquent, you may need to do even more work. You may delegate much of this work to someone else, but then you have a business partner or employee to manage instead. Passive income doesn't mean it's passive for everyone. There may be other people with regular jobs who do some of the work that enables you to receive passive income. You may also leverage technology to do a lot of work for you. The level of passivity is perspective dependent. One person's passive income is another person's active income. I also want to distinguish passive income from what I'll call moocher income. Moocher income is what people try to earn when they succumb to a get-rich-quick mindset. This is an undisciplined attitude that seeks to get something for nothing. The idea is to find a way to mooch money from people or the economy without providing any meaningful value. It is possible to generate income this way since markets contain plenty of inefficiencies, but it's not an approach I recommend. I don't personally define passive income to include moocher income, but there is a spectrum here where some forms of passive income deliver more value than others. In this series, I intend to help you create passive income in a way that generates good value for others. This is more sustainable in the long run, and it's better for everyone. Fortunately, there are lots of ways to create value. That said, this isn't a series for the lazy-ass delusional types who spend 6 hours a day playing Angry Farm Ninja Madness, nor is this series intended for the desperate, I need to make $500 by Friday to pay my rent, nutters. Creating passive income streams is work. You can meditate on abundance, invoke the law of attraction, and pray to Hestia all you want, but also expect to do some real work if you're going to make passive income a reality for you. Creating streams of passive income is a very active endeavor. You must do the work first, then you can enjoy the results. P.S. If you do wish to pray for assistance, don't pray to Hestia unless you want a baby or need to start a fire. Pray to Hades, aka Pluto, since he's the god of wealth. Just don't tell Hestia. You just listened to the post titled, What is Passive Income? By Steve Pavlina of stevepavlina.com. If you have any comments about the post or any comments about the author, maybe something that stood out to you about the post, share it with us. oldpodcast.com is the place to go to share your feedback. And before we go, if you want to help support this show and get some free stuff in the process, and hey, who doesn't like free stuff? Come visit us online at oldpodcast.com and join our free weekly newsletter. That's all you have to do to get the free stuff. Sign up for the free weekly newsletter. You can do that at the website, or you can text the word financial to 44222. That's the word financial to 44222. Again, it is completely free, and you'll be entered to win a book every month. And that's episode 33 of Optimal Finance Daily. I'll catch you tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.
Hello, Life Optimizer. This is Justin Malik, creator and producer of this podcast, but also Optimal Living Daily, the show where I read to you from even more blogs covering finance, productivity, minimalism, personal development, and more from amazing bloggers like Derek Sivers, Zen Habits, The Minimalists, and all the ones you hear on this show too. So if you enjoyed today's episode and like taking amazing blogs on the go, come on over to Optimal Living Daily and subscribe to that one too. And together, we'll start optimizing your life.
You've been listening to Optimal Finance Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode and head to oldpodcast.com. That's oldpodcast.com for a free gift as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.